And I'm still doing shit that'll make somebody call them. I know money isn't everything, but having it feel awesome. Not a stain on them, clean, awesome. Living Steve Austin. Hit the weed coffin, ironic, don't hit the tree off. But I make paper ballin' in my ice like Daryl Dawkins. Listen, be posting barking, I feel like nobody don't. Keeping it 100 till the day I'm
expectedly a fucking argument.
Actually, it's not a room full of white people. Black people. We got one white girl in here, but she sleep.
Yeah.
This is some black festivities going on.
Sleep. You hear that, police? She's sleeping.
We got
she ain't been
two mixed girls. We got niggas playing Madden, betting money. We got girls in here doing hair. Niggas got the switch out. You know, niggas. We in here in our element. You feel me? Niggas got one mic today. So.
Yeah, because unforeseen circumstances of stupidity.
Niggas got one mic, so we sharing the mic today. So we just, doing what we do. We can't take no days off.
Taking it back to our roots. We had one mic the first time.
So earlier you said.
Well, let's introduce what we're gonna talk about before I tell that story.
Okay.
All right, so today we gonna get into a couple of more serious topics. T. Grizzley, he was targeted. His aunt was killed in the shooting. It was in his own hometown of Detroit. His aunt was also his manager, so we're gonna get into that, and then we're gonna also get into the controversy around this Jay-Z NFL deal and potential team ownership thing he got going. But first, I'm gonna tell the story about how I discovered porn when I was like 8 years old.
Not ready for that.
Right.
So I was telling this story the other day. This is what I thought about. I thought this should be funny to just tell. So back when I was young, see, I grew up with technology. Everybody else in here was born when that shit was already where it's at now or getting there. But I grew up next to it. So this shit gonna sound mad old, but it won't that long ago.
Yeah, the fat ass TV, bro.
Oh, shit.
The fat ass computer. The shit with the button in it.
Mm-hmm. Shit, man. That shit wasn't really that long ago. But what happened is I didn't discover porn on the computer. I discovered it on TV. So, so what happened is this, right? Back in the late 90s when I was a little nigga, we used to live in an apartment complex where my grandma stayed on the bottom floor. We stayed on the top floor, right? So we had cable and shit, but my grandma had premium cable.
Mm-hmm.
Right? So this was before digital cable came out. So Cinemax, Showtime, and HBO was just channel 14, 15, and 17. Just right there with the Disney Channel smashed in between them at channel 16. Right? So listen to how crazy this shit is, right? I'm at my grandma's house staying the night, and she flicking through the stations, and my mom's had this fucking movie called Thelma and Louise that we used to watch at the house all the time, right? So we flicking through the stations, and my grandma ain't finding shit to watch, and then we come across Thelma and Louise, right? And I say, leave it there. My mama watched this movie all the time at home. Leave it right here. Mind you, I'm like 7, 8 years old. I don't know that what I'm seeing ain't the real movie. It just looked similar to me. So I'm like Thelma and Louise, and like the two chicks is walking through the desert. Mind you, I'm at my grandma's house.
Mm-hmm.
And the fucking heat waves are radiating. I'm watching this shit, and I'm looking, and the movie looked real familiar until in the distance, the two main characters see two people just fucking right in the sand. So what I had inadvertently did is have my grandma stop on the Skinamax parody softcore porn version of Thelma and Louise instead of the real movie. So that was the first time I saw some live action fucking.
Let me ask you a question.
Yo.
So you telling me you and your grandma was watching porn?
No. My grandma was flicking through the stations,
Uh-huh.
and I saw a movie that I recognized from home.
Uh-huh.
See, back in the day, I don't know if they still do this shit because I don't watch TV that much. But HBO, Cinemax, Showtime, after a certain time of night, they start playing porno versions of real movies. So they'll have like a fake ass parody version. So when we stopped, I thought that this was the real movie until the sex scene came up. Then my grandma is scrambling to turn the fucking TV, but it's too late. I already seen it now. Like, but that's how I discovered porn. And by the time I was 12, I quit watching that shit because I got caught looking at it, and that's another story.
Another story for another week.
Another story. I got my ass beat. I got caught looking at it while I was supposed to be getting my clothes ready for church.
No. Yeah. So
when I was 12 years old.
that nigga said, "Well, I was supposed to be getting my clothes ready."
Shit, I can tell that story too. That's
I say you tell it right now. If you
If we're being honest.
real talk. This is what happened, bro. This is still late 90s. This is like the year 2000. Digital cable is out, but we don't have it in every room. You just got it on the big ass TV, the fucking flat screen in the living room.
Mm-hmm.
So my sister come to me and she say, turn the TV to the blurry station. Now y'all niggas don't know what that means.
I do.
Oh, you know what that means?
Shit with all the static up there.
Yeah, the shit with all the static.
Yeah.
That was pay-per-view. That was pay-per-view. Like if you had digital cable, you could just hit the B button, it'll automatically buy the station. But if you had basic cable, you still had to call Time Warner and tell them to unscramble the station.
Mm-hmm.
So you turn it to the blurry station to just try to catch you a glimpse of whatever movie. Now in the 60s and shit, the 60 stations is when the porn started. At this point, I really wasn't interested in that shit no more. But my sister came in there begging me to turn it to that station, begging me, and I said, well, fuck it, I'll turn it over there. We watching that shit. The shit is all blurry. Shit is not working out. I'm supposed to be finding my church clothes, remember? I ain't seen one motherfucking nipple. The shit been so blurry. Not nothing. Not nothing. Fast forward to a few minutes later. See, I had the whole scheme set up.
Oh, you had it mapped out.
You take the remote, you put it on the station you watching, and you program Cartoon Network to pop up when you push the last button on the remote.
Ooh.
And then, like, if you hit last and turn the station up one digit, then if you hit last again, it would not take you back to the porn station. Mm-hmm. It'll erase the data that's in the remote. So I hear footsteps coming. I'm like, shit, that's mama. I knew she was coming because I hadn't brought my clothes in there to iron yet.
Yeah.
So I hit last. That shit went to Cartoon Network. But before I could hit the channel up button to turn it to something else to erase the fucking other porn station out, she approached the TV and she said, turn it back to where it was just at. I'm like, what? What you talking about? I was watching cartoons. She said, I ain't stupid. Turn it back. Mind you, I don't know what type of telepathy she was using because the fucking volume was muted. Nigga. When I tell you.
Oh, what the?
Madden moments.
Hey, I'm sorry. Go ahead,
You
bro.
good, man. But look though, this is what happened. I hadn't seen shit. No, the blurry station was at its blurriest when we was trying to watch it. Uh-huh. When she walked up in that room and said, "Turn it back to where it was just set," that motherfucker became as clear as normal TV, nigga. And she saw all the action happening. My sister done turned the fuck over in the bed, put the cover over her like she wasn't looking at the shit too. Tried to leave me out just to get the only ass whooping.
So you watching porn with your sister?
My sister was, if we was little. My nigga, she was
How
like,
old, bro?
I was like fucking 10. She was like 6. My sister was the one who said, turn it to the blurry station. I was like, I'm not about to do that. She was like, just turn it there. Just turn it there. I'm like, what the fuck? Okay. So I didn't think the shit was gonna work. The shit didn't work for me. It didn't work for her, but it worked for mama. She beat the shit up out of me.
That apple. Oh nah, yeah, that shit.
She beat the shit on up out of me.
Shit on up out of me, and I said, "Oh hell no!" She was watching it too. She got her ass beat too. oh, everybody got their ass whooping, and she told everybody at church.
You good?
Damn.
And she told my pops, and I thought I was finna get another ass whooping, but instead he walked in the house laughing, talking about,
That be the shit.
what was you back there watching, boy? He laughing. If you ever met my dad, you would know that was his exact reaction. That's what the fuck is he gonna do? Cause he don't care. Anyway, what was he supposed to be talking about?
Shit.
That shit was, looking back on it now, it's funny.
It is.
Being in it at the moment, that shit was ridiculous. Like, cause I'm sitting up there thinking when I'm getting my ass beat, I don't even like watching this shit. Like, but anyway,
next week I will start off the podcast with the story.
Mm-hmm. I still to this day don't watch porn. I just don't find the shit interesting.
Yeah, that porn is wild nowadays.
It evolved now.
It evolved.
My nigga, I'm on Twitter. I see porn all day, all the time.
No cap. Twitter got like Twitter is a porn site
Nigga,
now,
I'm
dog.
on Twitter. I see porn. I just don't care about it.
Site.
Hey, man, you the expert over there.
Hey, nigga.
You the expert over there, my nigga.
Shit, you ain't said nothing but a word there, Negro.
I'm good on that. I'm not interested. Let's get to it, man.
Alright, let's get to it, though.
How many minutes have we spent talking about this bullshit?
We spent like 12 minutes talking about porn, bro.
Man.
But do you want to hop straight into T Grizzly, or do you want
Might
to?
as well. We can't. It ain't like we can fucking do any type of regular segue away from what I was just talking about to this. So we might as well just get right to it.
Yeah, let's get to it. All right, so from what I read about the T Grizzly stuff,
Right.
they were at like a gas station or something like that. The niggas ran up on him and just started shooting up the car.
Mm-hmm.
His aunt / manager was in the back seat. She got hit in the side, and she died.
Right.
I haven't heard if T Grizzly got hit, but I think they said he was in the hospital. But he's fine because they said he broke his silence about what happened.
Right.
I don't know whether that was via Instagram or what, but I know he said something about it. As far as the driver, I don't know. I haven't heard anything about the driver because I haven't really seen like any like news stories or like actual info about it. So I can't really. I just know his manager, Jobina Brown, got shot and killed.
Right. So.
But it's fucked up because it's like think about how many artists go back to their hometown and get killed,
That's
bro.
exactly the angle I wanted to come from
Tentacion.
That's exactly the one.
Who was my homie that died right around the same time as Triple X?
And what was his name? He was from Pittsburgh.
Yep, Pittsburgh.
What's his name? Fuck, man, we disrespecting right now. I gotta look him up. Oh man.
But shit, we can even.
I'm sorry. Go ahead. Keep talking.
We can even take it back to like it's so many artists that die in their hometown.
Jimmy Wapo.
That
was his name.
Right, it's
Young Greatness.
Young Greatness.
In his own
hometown, right at a Waffle House, bro.
Nipsey
Hussle
killed
in his hometown. And it's becoming a problem where it's like, are you even safe in your hometown now? Like, when you get big, are you, like, say if I was to get big with some rapping shit, am I safe in Raleigh? Or is some nigga that's jealous just gonna come and shoot up my shit?
That's the thing. You don't know now because you ain't at that stature.
Mm-hmm.
And niggas, when you get to that stature, my nigga, that makes people who never knew you hate you.
Mm-hmm.
Right? That makes people who never knew you hate you. That makes people who had a problem with you in 3rd grade hate you all over again because you up and it ain't them. And they thinking to themselves, why not me? Why that nigga? And that's what I think happened here. Like, T Grizzly was also admittedly, and I mean, it's a fact that he was into a lot of street shit.
Mm-hmm.
He don't hide that, so it could be some type of beef that was ongoing that he's trying to separate himself from as he gets into a legitimate career. But like, you can't, when you coming from like rapping, when you getting into rap and you coming from that lifestyle, you niggas ain't gonna just forget it because you got famous, right? If anything, just going back to what we was just saying, if you got enemies, you getting famous is gonna make them want to get you more, because then they get more of a name for taking you the fuck out. I mean, you see, it's any rapper from Chicago safe there. Those motherfuckers get killed every week.
Every week.
You know what I'm saying? Before they even get a chance to get as big as they can get, they get murdered. Shit, one of the rappers, Lil Mister, got murdered, I think, earlier this year or sometimes last year. Shit, he was the one who damn near came up with half the shit that's got popular into Chicago rap. He just didn't get as famous as everybody else. He got murdered on his own block. You know what I'm saying? So,
but see, it's so, and then again, I don't really, like, you don't know what happened, because the only things that's really out, like I said, was that Jobina Brown was hit in her left side. She was in the back seat. T Grizzly and the driver, they were fine, but that's really all that's out. I can't really speak on like what happened or why it went down, because I mean, they ain't putting none of that out right now.
I guess that's the reason why we gotta come at it from this type of broad perspective.
But they was saying it's unclear if T Grizzly was a target, but I'm pretty sure.
I mean, who else would be the target unless his homie who was driving is somebody of note that we don't know about?
But see, even if you think it that, even if you look at it that way, I'm pretty sure T Grizzly was also in the back too.
So let's look at it from this angle, right? Let's look at it from this angle. I just thought of this. When you get famous, bruh, should you be on that fucking keep it real, I ain't scared to go back to the hood shit? Or should you just say, fuck them niggas, I'm out of here. I'm taking who I really fuck with me, and I ain't never coming back. I know which side of the fence I would fall on. I know if this shit, if anything I'm doing blows up, I know a lot of motherfuckers who gonna have to forget they ever knew me, because they ain't gonna never see me again, my nigga. If I see them motherfuckers coming, I'm gonna go the other way just because I don't want you to know me no more. Fuck keeping it real. That's as real as I can keep it.
Yeah, because now it's to the point, like, because I...
Oh, yeah, hot, bro.
Bruh, it's to the point now, like, if I go in my hometown and niggas know I'm famous, niggas know I drive a nice car, and I got nice shit, I got chains, watches, and shit, it's niggas who gonna want that, right? Yeah. It's niggas who gonna see me with that and say, damn, this nigga, he ain't even come back to the hood. And so I'm not about to, I wouldn't go back. I'm taking the people that I know that was with me from the joint, and I'm taking them with me.
I mean, shit, nigga. Right now, niggas will fuck you up where we live at for no reason.
No reason.
Shit, niggas ain't hardly. It's barely any famous motherfuckers from over there. Who we got? John Wall, like
John Wall,
Ninth Wonder. He lives there. Wonder. He ain't from there.
What's his name? He went to Broughton. He went to graduate from Broughton.
Devontae Grant.
Yeah. D-Tay.
Shit, bro. Like
Jerome Robinson.
Devontae Graham mama is my boss. How about that? Anyway, that's just a side story. But that shit is crazy though, man. Like, I wouldn't be around there if I was him. I know it's home. I guess that it's that mentality when you come from places like we come from, my nigga. If you have to struggle through it, you grow up and feel like it ain't gonna be no nigga or no reason that can tell me I can't come here, because I had to go through the hard times here. So when I'm up and I'm good, I'm gonna be able to be here too, because this is my fucking home. But to me, that sense of pride ain't worth a life.
Cause then it's to the point where it's like, I mean, I'm not gonna say T Grizzly did anything to anybody, but an innocent life was taken. Mm-hmm. His aunt probably didn't have nothing to do with nothing that was going on, whether the beef or any of it. And now she was killed.
I mean, I would speculate that it probably won't even beef. It was probably just a nigga who wanted to be able to say, I murdered T Grizzly. That's what I think it was. Yeah. But this is just speculation. We don't know no facts besides the person that a person died. You know what I'm saying? Mm-hmm. But that shit is crazy because, my nigga, I sit around thinking about this shit all the time because we didn't decide that we was gonna settle into like a fucking mundane life, right? Mm-hmm. I didn't decide that, I got a job making shit, what a lot of people would call decent money, but tell my fucking bank account that. And then my bank account will laugh right back at your face and say, nigga, nobody told me this money was decent. And you in college studying to get a career. But we decided we was going to go out on a limb and create something and do whatever we had to do to make it big. You know what I'm saying? Mm-hmm. So I think about what the fuck are we going to do when we become recognizable. What I'm going to do is I'm going to be gone the very next day that somebody recognizes me on some fame type shit. Because
first of all, the only way niggas is going to recognize me is if they recognize my voice. Because these niggas don't even know what I look like.
You know what I'm saying?
So, I would get away too, though.
That's what I'm saying.
I would take...
Where would you go to?
Anywhere. Mm-hmm. Cause it's like, to the point. Do you know how many like rappers and like entertainers and shit done died in their hometown?
Listen at this.
Like, it's not like. I mean, you can die anywhere. Don't get me wrong. Right. Niggas can kill you anywhere you go. Mm-hmm. But it's so crazy how, if you look at how many rappers got killed in other places versus their hometown, bro, it is a difference.
Chinks.
Oh my man, speaking of, he got killed in his garage, isn't it?
Yeah.
But that was crazy.
Nah, that was something different though.
Yeah.
That was carbon monoxide.
Yeah.
That's how you died?
Yeah.
I thought he got killed.
Yeah, I thought he got killed.
Nah, he didn't get
He sat in
killed,
a
bro.
running car in the garage. Don't tell me he sat in the running.
Yeah.
Oh my.
Yeah, exactly, bro.
God.
I thought he got shot a while ago. Like,
I thought he got shot.
And that rapper Chinks Drugs, who was about to blow up French Montana boy, he got killed on his own block.
On his own block.
Think about this though, like when you get famous, you ain't even gotta move far. The bullshit is contained to where our own communities are. Mm-hmm. Right? T Grizzly was on like 7 Mile Road or something. You're a famous person shouldn't be the fuck around there. I ain't never been to Detroit, but I know people who were from there, from college. And a famous person shouldn't be over there where he was at.
Mm-hmm. He an artist.
Yeah. But like, look at this. Like, look at J. Cole. J. Cole from Fayetteville. He didn't move up out of nowhere. He moved just to Raleigh. And I bet you nobody ever fucks with him.
Yeah.
Because when you move just out of your own little area, you ain't the place that you move to don't have a connection point to you.
But J. Cole don't be like really like in the streets. Like, he don't be beefing with nobody like that.
That's what I'm saying. But shit, some of these rappers get killed just for the notoriety.
Facts.
Like, that's what I'm saying.
Yeah,
like, you don't got that connection point with somebody when you move. Like, if we get famous, we could move to Cary and not be bothered.
Yeah. Or Apex, not be bothered.
That's what I'm saying.
Jerry is dead. Like, ain't nothing happening.
Like we could move over there. Nobody would bother us.
Nobody would know we were there, to be honest.
Mm-hmm.
What is Cary?
Dead ass, bro. Like, nobody's being Cary.
That's what I'm saying. Like, when you, if we moved, if we stayed where the fuck we was at, especially if you stayed where you at.
No, if I stayed where I'm at, niggas is probably gonna try to kill me that same day. Mm-hmm. niggas gonna see one Mercedes S550 and say, yeah, he the one. Like,
let's clean him up.
That's what I'm saying.
Niggas gonna see one G-Wagon and say, yeah, he done.
It's gonna get real.
Niggas is active.
They ready. They be Be looking.
But that's the sad part, bro. Cause it's crazy, bro. That's the sad
That's the fucking thing that we examining. And all of this shit is happening right where you're born at, my nigga. Right where you born at. Niggas is getting killed right where they're from.
I mean, look at Nipsey, bro. Shot right where he's staying every day.
He got shot not only where he's staying. That nigga owned that shit. He was about to be owning. He was trying to buy out the whole shopping center.
Bro, got killed right there.
Bro, T Grizzly is fucking fortunate that he ain't dead, but he's unfortunate that his own fucking flesh and blood got killed in what was most likely a targeted attack at him.
Mm-hmm.
You know what I'm saying?
Sad part.
That's gonna hit you harder.
Yeah, I mean,
it is gonna hit a nigga harder.
He might even have like survivor's guilt.
Yeah.
He might have been just thinking, shit, it should have been me.
Yeah, he said that in the tweet. He was like, "You went without me."
Yeah.
So
That's gonna be his next song.
Yeah,
Oh
I
my
know.
god. Mute this shit.
but that shit's sad.
Yeah, man. Like, I mean, I just wanted to touch on it because.
I mean, we can definitely do like a follow-up episode when we get more information.
Yeah, man.
Because I really want to know what really happened.
Let me ask a
with this.
question though. Let me ask you a question. Everybody in the room can respond to this. Lil Boosie, would you say he a real ass nigga?
Who is that? I feel like that's something he tried to portray.
That's
Boosie?
What I say?
Did that shot himself?
No,
He shit
Boosie.
himself?
Lil
Boosie.
Boosie. Set it
Boosie.
off in this motherfucker.
Yeah.
Set it off.
The motherfucker who beat like 2 or 3 murders or some shit. He was on death row.
Yeah.
And
Would I say he's a real nigga?
Yeah. He a rapper.
He a old school. You probably you don't know.
Lil Boosie, he beat a couple murders. He was on death row. He got out. Cause that motherfucker who the 3-time murder beater is the one. He even won't go back to his hometown. That nigga
I mean, let's be honest. Boosie, I say he a real ass nigga. I say, but he even told NBA YoungBoy like, don't go back to Baton Rouge.
Yeah, Boosie said I ain't about to live in. If I was living in Baton Rouge, I'd be killed. That's what he said.
That's what I'm saying. Like he told he told NBA YoungBoy don't go back to Baton Rouge because they was gonna kill him if he went back.
Mm-hmm.
So it's to the point now you can't even not call him a real nigga because of that. Because he's using his brain and thinking. Like if niggas see me, I'm dead. Like from let's be honest, he could stop at a stoplight and niggas be like, oh, that's Boosie. And they got the strap on him and let it off.
That's what happened to fucking Troy Ave.
That's what I'm saying.
That's happened to Troy. Nobody would call Troy Ave a real ass nigga, but he didn't leave.
Yeah.
Nigga, they tried to kill him right there on this block where he from. Niggas follow this red Maserati. The nigga sticks out like a sore thumb. I ain't never seen a Maserati that looked like his. A matte red Maserati with like black 22s on it. So if you see that shit, you know it's him. They followed him and tried to murder his ass. He just lucky enough to survive. So, I mean, moral to this story is, you get famous, get the fuck away. If I get famous, I'm out. Niggas, don't forget you knew me. You didn't go to school with me. You didn't know me when we was little. I'm not your cousin.
I'm not your cousin.
I ain't your homie,
I'm not
my
your
nigga.
god brother.
Don't know you.
You ain't seen me in the stove. You ain't seen me at no Broughton football games. You ain't seen me nowhere because I don't know you. You don't know me. And I'm going to keep it hot. Nigga.
No, nigga.
What Meek Mill say? Wonder why I don't be in my own city. I don't know if niggas gonna clap for me and gonna kill me.
Ooh.
Y'all remember that?
Nah, but
that goes imperfect.
I mean, that shit is the truth. Nigga, it's a reason why fucking these Chicago rappers is out in LA and Atlanta. Them niggas ain't gonna go back to Chicago and get their heads blown the fuck off.
Nah, Chicago. I think Chicago is like
it's different.
Yeah,
Chicago
that shit
is
different.
a fucking death zone, my nigga. Like, that's what that is.
Oh, I was one.
But the thing about it is, Chicago ain't really a death zone. Like 95% of the city don't have none of that bullshit going on.
It's them neighborhoods. It's them neighborhoods, bro.
Yeah, you just go to certain areas. That's where you find it at. But shit, my nigga, you go to certain areas of Chicago and it's quiet as a fucking mouse over there.
I mean, but that's really anywhere, bro. Everywhere got its areas, bro. You go to certain parts of damn Greensboro, Raleigh.
I know about going to certain parts of Greensboro. I told you that bullshit that we was trying to do.
That's what I'm saying, bro. You go to any part of Rocky Mount, you can get smoked.
You
Like
rap. It's done.
you can get smoked. Yes, nigga.
Hey, did they just find like 160 pounds of
I saw that.
weed? Bro, that shit was wild.
I heard they found 160 pounds of weed, bro.
The city gonna be dry.
Dry as hell. No bud.
That shit
Hey,
was
look,
wild.
I think that was a cover up for a bigger shipment.
For real?
Shit, boy, I don't know, man. I ain't no fucking private investigator, so I don't
Oh,
know
you got it. You
about
got
that. Anyway, man, that's all I got to say about the T Grizzly shit.
Yeah, we will definitely do some more follow up.
Be safe in Detroit, my nigga, because I know you ain't fucking gonna leave.
He's not leaving.
Nah,
If anything, bro, I just hope he don't retaliate
Shit, bro.
and fuck, because I know T Grizzly from what he said. He's a real nigga. I know he done put in some work and he done did some things. So I just hope he don't do that and then retaliate. But the reason why all the commotion happened, niggas just rolled out to the side and threw a touchdown. So
This game is fucking garbage.
It's fake as fuck, bro. Live, bro.
This game is garbage. Let's get to speaking of Madden NFL. Let's talk about Jay-Z.
yeah,
Yeah, man. Y'all keep wasting y'all money on this goddamn bullshit. They selling you the same disc with a new fucking cover art every year. That's what they do.
That's too
Not
big.
Madden, yeah, that's 2K.
That's too
That's any fucking sports game. All this shit
Madden
is.
get a little better. It do get a
Madden,
lot
they got
better.
money.
Some years
Bro,
it do get a
they
lot better.
taking shit. Y'all just don't remember. They taking shit from Madden 05, putting it back and selling it as is new.
Nah.
But it looks better every year.
The
though.
graphics,
It's still
the
the
goddamn
graphics. You gotta take
gameplay.
account of graphics.
nah,
gameplay
I can't
is
even
always
say
better.
the graphics is these
Bro,
niggas still
from
kind of look
2019
like clay
from
people
Madden-
running
No,
around.
no.
From Madden
Bro,
19 to
bro.
Madden 20,
This
you can't see the
game,
difference.
these games don't even look as good as the first one they showed for the
Yes, they
PS4.
do.
No, because they.
I had 2K5 and it looks ass.
No, I'm talking about the first one they showed for the PS4. They showed this shit. Madden, what was it? Madden 20, Madden 25.
I had Madden 25.
Yeah, because they took it and they showed some fake bullshit, and then they put out something that won't representative of what they showed. It was this shit. Look at.
It's like Call of Duty. Like when you watch Call of Duty, like trailers. That's what they call it, a trailer.
This shit wasn't supposed to be a trailer. This shit was a demonstration of the engine, the Madden Ignite engine. Look up the Ignite engine trailer. ING whatever how the fuck they spelled. They spelled it all fucked up. IGNITE. I think that's how they spelled it. They might have spelled it the regular way. Look it up and then look at the damn games. This is something that they told you the game was supposed to look like in 2014. It still don't even look good as that. They selling
That's what
bullshit.
they say with Apple, like it's like it's a process, but it does get better per year.
It get better when y'all think it get better when it first come out. Then by the time the new one is coming out, you already complaining about this one.
It's not the same.
You
You right.
you complaining about Madden 20 being shit next month. Wait till Madden 21 come out. That's
He's only saying this shit because he losing. The game itself is a good game.
I said about a game in general, bro.
Yeah,
I'm talking about. I said 2K.
Oh, 2K,
Yeah, I said 2K, bro.
any of these sports games, these shits is a fucking scheme. They should give these motherfucking shits away for free and just sell the card packs to make money. That's what they should do.
Well, since we on this football tip, he is now signed he's trying to partner with the NFL to give him oversight of like the live entertainment and shit, and he wants to get like social justice initiatives.
Tongue twister.
Yeah, that's a lot.
Can I use
Go ahead, finish.
Yeah. But yeah, he trying to get a partnership.
You made her feel so bad.
But this shit is drawing criticism because now they trying to say like Jay-Z is like they trying to call this nigga a sellout. And Dame Dash said,
Bro, Dame
everybody,
Dash a hating ass
if you in the rap game, you already know Jay-Z ain't shit. That's what Dame Dash said.
Wait, wow, I'm confused.
Well, Jay-Z, what happened is Jay-Z has signed like a deal with the NFL to become the overseer of like the Super Bowl shows and shit.
What?
And then he's also trying to be like on some social justice initiative, and he's also potentially about to become a majority owner of a team. However, they didn't say what team it could be. So he is dabbling all through the NFL.
He trying to get his racks up. That's what.
Okay, so I'm confused on what's wrong with that.
Yeah, what's
Oh,
wrong
ain't
with that?
ain't nobody say.
Oh,
I don't think.
don't
nothing
get me
is
wrong.
with it. What?
That's a power
It's
play.
a nigga trying to make some bread.
motherfuckers is mad. No, motherfuckers is mad though because
I feel that.
you remember the Colin Kaepernick shit.
Yeah.
You remember how Jay-Z was he was helping Colin Kaepernick and they was all we gonna boycott the NFL and motherfucking we gonna kneel, we ain't gonna watch this.
But in that position that he about to get, can't he like try to fix that though?
I mean,
In the position that he's about to get in, he can.
That's what I'm saying, bro. You gotta think about the bigger picture, bro. Like,
But
see, hating on the nigga. That shit
He's
is
trying to.
But-
He said a team. It's like.
I mean, but think about it. If them motherfuckers is put a contract in your face, right? They say they put $1 billion in your fucking face right now, but they say you help this nigga Colin Kaepernick, this shit done. You still signing that contract, ain't you? Be honest. I don't care
Yes,
if you say Colin Kaepernick, yo homie, right? You done. When this nigga when this nigga got out of the NFL, you kept this nigga, you gave this nigga bread when he needed it. You helped this nigga out, right? And he like, bro, you gonna help me when you like, yeah. But if they get in your face and they tell you, we not about to let this nigga Colin Kaepernick fuck up our money in the NFL, but we'll give you $1 billion to, oversee this shit, and we can call your little social justice shit whatever whenever you
Hell
feel
yeah,
like
I'm
it.
taking
You
that
still
shit.
gonna sign that contract for $1 billion though. So
Yeah.
I don't
Listen
give a fuck with nobody saying that money that Jay-Z about to make. That he's making a power play in my opinion.
Jay-Z,
Oh, so you're agreeing with it.
they
You're
linking,
agreeing with
they are fucking
We're playing
getting
all
Jay-Z
damn day.
in a position to spend his money.
Mhm.
That's what they doing. They trying to have him buy a team. The NFL is the most fucking valuable sport.
Yeah.
I thought it was baseball.
No, it's the NFL.
The Dallas
bro.
Cowboys are the most valuable team on earth in any sport. They worth like $5.5 billion.
Mm-hmm.
The Dallas Cowboys. So I don't know. I think damn near every franchise in the NFL is $1 billion business, which is it's not like that in other sports.
Except for like the fucking Packers
See,
that's like community owned
Yeah,
and
like
shit.
baseball, it seems like they're the most valuable sport because they don't have a salary cap.
Yeah.
So they can pay the players whatever they want because they got this shit called revenue sharing, which basically it's a pot of money that comes from the TV deals in baseball, and every team gets a piece of it.
Mm-hmm.
Basically, the worse your ratings are, the more the revenue sharing you get to try to keep your team relevant, to keep you from going broke. So the Yankees, Red Sox, and shit of that nature don't have all the money. The Cubs, legacy teams in baseball.
Yeah.
So that's why they don't have a salary cap, because each team basically almost has an unlimited revenue stream through the revenue sharing.
Mm-hmm.
All right?
Man, the
What-
way this shit sound, we should start us a damn fucking sports podcast. We sound like we really know what the fuck we talking about out
We're
here.
really talking about sports.
but with the NFL, like, bruh, I know Jay-Z just hit $1 billion, but nigga, can Jay-Z fucking afford an
He can-
NFL team?
I
Yes.
mean,
What?
no, but you gotta think
But
about
look,
it, bro.
hold on, look at
You
the
think
NFL
about who the
teams
fuck
is not
owns
buying
these
the whole-
NFL teams, though.
is he
He's
buying
about
the
it's the
whole-
majority.
He would be the majority
Majority
owner.
owner.
So that means he gotta
So
pay.
he gotta-
He gotta put in at least 50% or more of the money.
Look
or he
at
gotta-
look at these old white men that own these fucking teams.
But
Right?
you said the
Let's
most-
be honest. Look. I want you to do me a favor right now, James. Get your phone out and give me Robert Kraft's net worth.
3.2 billion.
3.2 billion. I want you.
Okay,
Let me
Then look at Jay-Z's.
let me see.
Jay-Z
Let me see.
just hit 1 billion.
That's so you telling me a nigga with 3.2 billion.
Jay-Z just became
This
rap's
nigga-
first billionaire like a month or two ago.
Jay-Z just hit $1 billion. He can't keep up with that. He's gonna give up majority of his money fucking around with this NFL team. And I'm not saying he ain't gonna make it back, cause he'll probably make it back.
Take it back.
but he gonna be broke for a minute.
Man, not broke, really.
But you gotta think about it.
But
These niggas, these old white niggas got old money. This old
let
money.
Let me tell you what. This is what most people don't know. In sports, it's only in American sports, most of the teams are the side business of the owner.
Mm-hmm.
Like the Miami Heat, the owner Mickey Erickson, he owns Carnival Cruise Line.
Mm-hmm.
So his money is from the cruises. His money don't come from what the Miami Heat make, and they sell out damn near every game. His money don't come from that. Jerry Jones, the owner of the Cowboys, he an oil tycoon. The guy who owned my favorite team, the Titans, oil tycoon. That's why those motherfuckers was called the Houston Oilers. He's an oil tycoon.
That's our old money.
So
that's old money.
The only real family-owned teams that's real famous are like the Yankees, the Lakers. Contrary to popular belief, the Lakers is a legacy franchise in the NBA, but the Lakers don't have the type of money that the Clippers even have, because the fucking dude who co-founded Microsoft owns the Clippers.
I think the Knicks got the most.
The Knicks is the most valuable team in the NBA. The Knicks is they in the top 5 most valuable sports teams on earth. The Knicks is, and the Knicks is fucking awful.
Awful.
Yeah.
Ass.
Mark Cuban, he a software mogul.
Yeah.
He worth $5 billion. The Dallas Mavericks is his side hustle.
Mm-hmm. Shark
The
Tank.
Lakers, the fucking Oakland Raiders, and the Yankees are like the most famous family-owned. That's the main business sports teams. But a lot of these sports teams, that shit is side hustles for these dudes. Shit.
It would be for Jay-Z too.
For Jay-Z, if he put the amount of money into an NFL team that it'll take for him to buy one, that's now his main hustle. That shit'll be a bigger investment than all of Rock Nation.
Yeah.
Period.
But we don't really know how much he's putting in. You really don't know
gotta-
how much he's putting in. And we don't know what team, because a team will tell him.
But see, then again, we don't know what team
We don't know what
team he's going in to try to get
See,
We
to.
really don't really know.
Say if he try to own like the Panthers.
He won't try to go to the Panthers.
I mean, he ain't gonna get
He
his
can't
fucking
afford
hands.
Yeah,
He ain't
New
gonna get
York.
his fingers on the Giants or the Jets
Definitely not.
in New York. Most of these fucking famous people who own teams, like they get into it with their, like the rappers and shit, they go owning shit that's not from where they're from. Like what Venus and Serena Williams, they got owner stakes in the Miami Dolphins. Yeah.
Damn.
So does Usher, I think, and Nelly.
Mm-hmm.
They got owner stakes in the Miami Dolphins, and then one of them motherfuckers is from Miami.
Yeah.
Like, because the goddamn Atlanta Falcons ain't finna let Usher buy into it. And if you think what the fucking L.A. Rams or the damn who was that? Or the Chargers or something was gonna let Serena and Venus buy into it? You know what I'm saying?
On God, I don't think they was gonna let them niggas buy into it.
I just can't take this game that seriously.
Yeah.
If I lose, I just lose. Fuck it.
That's how I.
Bro, it's different, bro. I'm telling you, it's different, bro. I'm
Put
telling
money on it already.
you. Bro, look at this shit. Look at this shit.
All right, let's take a pause. Let's do the play-by-play here.
Look at this shit.
All right.
I want you to read off that joint, the same
So
joint.
what we getting into is we getting down on the Jay-Z conversation into the Jermaine Dupri controversy, where people have taken the story and run with it that Jay-Z discouraged Jermaine Dupri and flat out told him not to take the same NFL deal that Jay-Z has just signed. All right? Jermaine Dupri says, quote, we never had a conversation where he told me not to do what I'm doing. What our conversation was, another quote, you know what side I'm on. I understand what you're doing. Quote. To me, what does that sound like to you? I'm not hating on what Jay-Z did. Like, I would have probably done the same thing. Like, but what is that? What? I ain't even talking about in the Jermaine Dupri context. I'm talking about if I had the power, not the team ownership, just the shit where Jay-Z and Jay-Z's wheelhouse, which is he's an entertainment person. He's built, whether you love him or hate him, he has built 2 fucking labels up on his back. Rockefeller and now Rock Nation. Right? And now he has a deal in place where he's helping with the live recording, the Super Bowl show type shit with the NFL. Right? Reportedly, Jermaine Dupri was in talks to take this deal before Jay-Z, and that's when the conversation with the "you know what side I'm on, but I understand what you're doing" happened. And Jermaine Dupri, after that conversation, didn't take the deal. And Jay-Z, after that conversation, did take the deal. You tell me what you think about that.
To me, honestly, that shit sound like Jermaine Dupri called Jay-Z and shit, right?
Uh-huh.
Yeah.
And he was talking, yo, I'm thinking about taking this deal. You know, I mean, how should I go about? Because you know, Jay make money.
Right.
Hold on. Jay make money, you know.
Mm-hmm.
So I'm pretty sure Jermaine Dupri felt like he could call Jay-Z and talk to him about what the fuck was going on.
Right.
So Jay was probably saw this as he was like, he seen Jermaine Dupri wasn't really, he don't know what he want to do yet. So Jay was like, you know what side I'm on, basically talking it up like, yeah, I'm gonna stick with Colin and we ain't gonna fuck with the NFL, right? But I think once Jermaine Dupri heard how Jay-Z felt about it, and the nigga was like, oh, I probably shouldn't even take this shit. Jay-Z saw that as an opportunity where he was like, well, fuck it. If this nigga ain't gonna take it, I'm gonna do it.
Right.
But honestly, if you really want to be honest, I don't think this is all about the money. Whether, I don't care what nobody say. I honestly think Jay-Z is trying to better the situation for these NFL players.
Jay-Z.
Just like Colin Kaepernick. No, I mean, I'm not saying Jay-Z don't want the money. Don't get me wrong. I'm not saying he don't want the money. I'm not saying he ain't gonna get his bag. But I do believe that Jay-Z is gonna either get Colin Kaepernick on the team, whether that's from him buying his team and then doing whatever. I think Colin Kaepernick is gonna get a job doing something in the NFL, whether it's commentating or playing.
No. Commentary never happened. That's controlled by the NFL themselves.
Oh, that is?
I think he's done with it now.
Yeah. He might.
I don't think Colin Kaepernick is done because he has way too much talent to just let go like that. It's just some fucked up circumstances.
They let him go when
he could get a job. Like he got something with Nike when he did that thing with Nike.
I mean, I'm pretty sure he's still eating off Nike.
So he got his bread, but I don't
Nike.
think he's gonna go
Nike
down with
pays
NFL.
him. He's a paid consultant for Nike.
He's with Nike now, so he get his job. Like he's getting his money.
No, he's training to try to make an NFL comeback.
For real?
Yeah,
he trains. You ain't seen the shit? The still
but
working.
let's get into it.
5 years out of the NFL shit. It was something 5 something out of that.
Let's get into it. I'm a person. I'm a fan of the Titans, right? That's my favorite football team.
It's valid.
The Titans starting quarterback is Marcus Mariota. Those motherfuckers, when Marcus Mariota went down, put fucking Blaine Gabbert into the damn game when Colin Kaepernick was available to play. So his chances of getting back in the NFL to me look slim to none. When you got motherfuckers like Blaine Gabbert and Nathan Peterman and bullshit like that who don't deserve to be on anybody's NFL field playing. The thing about it is, what do you take about this quote when Jay-Z told Roger Goodell that the kneeling and all of that shit, we pass all that when they was in the meeting? Jay-Z said that. Said the kneeling and all of that, we're past that. That's what he said to Roger Goodell.
Mm-hmm.
Do you think that he was meaning that we're past that in a fucking let's try to further it? Or that we pass that as in the Colin Kaepernick narrative is over. Let's just move this in a different direction.
I think we're past that means we're past that. We upping it now. We not just kneeling no more. I think that meant we are gonna getting inside of this. I'm about to use some of my money. And we gon' get inside of this NFL shit and see if we can make some shit.
If it's like that, then why are people that are on the inside of this shit that's been risking their careers, like Eric Reed and Kenny Stills. Eric Reed was thrown the fuck out with Colin Kaepernick. The Panthers gave him another chance. That was literally, I think, the only team that was willing to sign him. Mm-hmm. Kenny Stills, he didn't get kicked out. He got a new contract in the midst, and he's kneeling to this day. Mm-hmm. He's been kneeling. Yeah, he's still kneeling. Kenny Stills came out against his own fucking owner who signs his checks because his owner had like a charity dinner that had some shit to do with Trump. Mm-hmm. He came out and spoke against his own owner. So he's not afraid to lose his NFL job. Why are these people, Eric Reed in particular, speaking out against what Jay-Z is doing? They on the inside. They not on the outside looking in like us. They in there. They in there.
See, that's the thing that's making this shit seem a little fishy to me. Mm-hmm. Because I don't think Jay-Z has bad intentions with this NFL deal shit. I honestly don't. I honestly don't think Jay-Z is really trying to just make this money and fuck niggas over like Colin Kaepernick. I don't think he's trying to do that. He's trying to
make this money and he don't give a fuck about niggas. That's what.
But see,
I don't think
he just straight up don't give a fuck about niggas.
Y'all know Jay, bro. Y'all know he always got a bigger plan, bro. Like it's never just like what it look like.
But then again, you got niggas. Then again, you got niggas coming out saying you know Jay ain't. You got niggas saying you know Jay ain't shit.
But hold on. But Jay-Z has had bigger plans that went in both directions. He's had the plan where he has went and put his voice forward to try to get Meek Mill freed and try to get shit changed. Oh, he's also had the plan where he fucking liquidated Rockefeller Records and took the Def Jam presidency job and left Rockefeller to fucking flounder on its own. He bought out Rockaware for a fraction of what it was worth, and then sold it for. Jay-Z got into the $100 million club by fucking Dame Dash over.
Yeah, but where he came from, bro. He was a hustler. He had to get what he got.
But it won't Dame Dash. It won't for Dame Dash. It wouldn't be no Jay-Z because Dame Dash was the one kicking indoors, forcing niggas to listen to Reasonable Doubt.
No, Cap, if you can get on YouTube right
niggas
now
didn't want
and find the damn video of him. Why are we having meetings with Jay-Z when I'm not here? Why are we having meetings with Jay-Z while my crew not here?
Everybody remember Jay-Z from Rockefeller, and everybody remember Rockefeller as being part of Def Jam. People don't even know that Reasonable Doubt was distributed through Priority as an independent Rockefeller release because nobody wanted to sign Jay. Mm-hmm. It was Dame Dash who brokered them deals, who got Rockefeller to where it was at.
I don't even know music shit like
But then why would Jay fuck Dame Dash over? And it's not
to
like...
me, hold on. I'm not saying Jay-Z was wrong. I think he fucked Dame Dash before Dame Dash fucked him. Yeah. That's what I think happened. Mm-hmm. I think he just beat him to the punch. But I'm saying his bigger plan ain't always for the greater good of everybody. Sometimes his bigger plan is just for him.
I mean, but think about it. When you get it, you got to think about what type of money this nigga Jay-Z is stepping into. This ain't no fucking $30,000 deals here. This ain't no small money. This is big. This is in the billions.
Jay-Z got into that $100 million club when the blueprint came out. Jay-Z stated his worth on it. He was worth $70 million. Yeah. He did it on the song "You Don't Know." He counted out his worth. He gave you a chronological
2 million,
time.
3 million, 4. You are now looking at one. Yeah.
He became that $100 million man when he liquidated Rockefeller. He liquidated fucking Rockaware. He bought them shits out for a fraction and then sold them shits. He sold Rockaware off to Echo and he sold Rockefeller off to Def Jam and he left that shit and started Rock Nation. And got a $400 million deal with Live Nation.
It's a boss move for himself.
For a bigger picture, bro. Like,
do you think that this is the ultimate question?
Hold on, but look, was it really the bigger picture? Because Rock Nation, they got J. Cole or whatever. Musically, you can't even compare the impact that Rockefeller had made to what Rock Nation is. Rockefeller is musically only, leagues above what Rock Nation is.
Yeah.
Period.
Yeah.
Rockefeller was. Them motherfuckers started whole movements. Them motherfuckers launched Jay-Z career. They launched the Diplomats into a new stratosphere. They launched Kanye's fucking career. Kanye is the only artist still signed to Rockefeller.
Mm-hmm.
They launched Rock Nation ain't doing it.
That's a sellout right there.
Yeah, Kanye still signed to Rockefeller.
Yeah, that's a sellout.
I mean, that's his deal. That's where his deal is at. He probably had when you sign like a. It ain't no telling how many album deals, how many album deals he signed. So when you sign a lot of it, let's go into some music shit on a quick tangent. If you ever notice when rappers, especially with the retail mixtape, now that niggas are selling mixtapes instead of getting away for free, if you ever notice that rappers release like greatest hits albums with just like 2 new songs on it?
Yeah, like the compilation shits too.
Yeah, they do that shit. Exactly. They get around the record deal. They do that shit so it can count as an album when they trying to get out of a deal.
Didn't Game do some shit like that to get out of his shit?
50 Cent did it.
50 Cent, yeah.
50 Cent did that shit to get out of the shady deal.
Mm-hmm.
So he
because he released like some compilation shits with like 2 songs on them, or
and then the Get Rich or Die Trying soundtrack, he modeled that as an album.
Yep.
So it would count. So, but anyway, Live Nation. I mean, yeah, it was the bigger picture for Jay-Z's pockets with Rock Nation. And then you can't shit on what he's doing. Like, you can't shit on what he's doing with. He expanded his horizons. He owns Ace of Spades now. Yeah. He owns a fucking sports agency now. Man, he got this shit with the NFL. The thing about the Jermaine Dupri shit, bro, I'm gonna tell you my opinion on that, motherfucker. You a grown ass millionaire. Make your own choice. I'm not calling fucking nobody.
Yeah.
Make your own choice. If somebody don't like it, then so what? Nigga, you part of the reason that Jay-Z is what he is. Niggas don't know that Jay-Z highest selling album, the album that made him the most money, the album that made him a star, came out in 1998. All of this shit that people hear from him in these days, the album that's still his most commercially successful album, I think it's like 6 million sold, is Hard Knock Life Volume 2. You want me to tell you what one of the fucking hits off of that was? Money Ain't the Thing. Guess who produced and wrote that shit? Jermaine Dupri. Jermaine Dupri is even on the fucking hook in the Ferrari and Jaguar, switching 4 lanes with the top down, screaming out, money ain't the thing. Bumping hard, double law, flashing the lane, like, yeah. Jermaine Dupri wrote that shit. Why the fuck are you taking advice from somebody who you helped build? Nigga, you should, don't look at Jay-Z, look at Jay-Z as a fucking peer, not as your advisor.
Yeah, and that's another thing, yeah. If he really felt that way, or if he feels salty about anything, first of all, you shouldn't have called this grown ass man and asked him any questions about.
I don't think JD is salty.
I don't think Jay-Z's salty.
I don't think Jermaine Dupri is salty. He didn't come off as salty. I'm talking about just at the black and white facts of it is that Jermaine Dupri could have had this deal. He spoke to Jay, and after he spoke to him, he turned it down, and now Jay has the deal. Jermaine Dupri might not feel no way about it. Jermaine Dupri might be in on this shit, just not as the boss. But you could have been the architect of this shit. Make your own choice. If he really your nigga like that, nigga, them niggas been rocking out with each other since I was little. Jay-Z is popping out on stage at the So Def reunion concerts. Yeah. Right? He really your homie like that, nigga? He ain't gonna stop fucking with you because of that. Because you took the deal. And he definitely wouldn't stop fucking with you because he got the deal now. So he won't that much against that motherfucker. Could he have been?
I can't. I don't know.
That's what I was getting to with the Jermaine Dupri shit, nigga. Make your own fucking decision, bro.
But I see this is my question that I want to ask. Do you think Colin Kaepernick is gonna get fucked over in this? Like, do you think he's gonna get something out of this? Like, be completely honest.
Colin Kaepernick is not getting fucked over now, bro.
He's not getting fucked. What is he?
I mean, but see, I'm trying to not really fucked over. I'm trying to see is like he's gonna get anything in the NFL.
The Colin Kaepernick thing is coming up because Jay-Z was standing with Colin Kaepernick, and now he's taking the deal with the NFL, and now hold on. The reason why he came up is because the players who was starting to kneel with Kaepernick are who brought it up. Like Eric Reed, Kenny Stills. They brought it up because they feel like
conversation between
they brought the Kaepernick angle into it. It was them who brought it up.
They shouldn't have never brought it up. They just trying to get some light on themselves, but it really don't got nothing to do with Kaepernick. It's just a deal with.
I don't know if they trying to. I can't.
He's not really even in. He not. Jay-Z being a part of the entertainment is not really with the NFL because the entertainment part only happens one time a year though.
But it's not. It ain't even just that. It's the team ownership.
Well, the team ownership. It's not like all right. And the team ownership. It's not like he. So like, all right. Yeah, I'm gonna just leave that one because talk some more on that one. What were y'all talking about?
It's like Jay-Z is also in talks to become a majority owner of a team.
Yeah.
The
so
owners.
What would that give him say of? Like, what does that
if he becomes the majority owner, meaning that he owns at least 51% of the team, it entitles him to final say over everything that has to do with the team.
So like,
he can make.
We about to draft Colin Kaepernick? If niggas is everybody else saying no, he's the person that can be like, yes, we gonna put this nigga on the team.
What Kamari is asking is, do you think Jay-Z, if he becomes the majority owner of whatever team, will then offer Kaepernick a chance? I don't think Kaepernick deserves to be just to get a contract just because. I mean, but. That nigga deserve a tryout. Niggas won't even try to let him come work out for the team. Now, some dumb motherfucker, the owner of the Baltimore Ravens, sitting up there in some meaningless shit like the NFL, talking about pray for us. Just because they were thinking about and announced that they were considering giving Kaepernick a tryout.
They're scared of what's going to happen.
The NFL is so fucking popular, nobody is going to stop watching this shit.
They don't understand that, though. They're not looking at that.
People are watching the fucking Jaguars. Nigga, I watch the fucking Titans every week. That's the testament that nobody is going to stop watching the NFL over anything. I watch the Titans. The Titans are dog shit.
They be scared. They be scared.
You know what I'm saying? So, but that's what Kaepernick came into. He didn't even enter himself into the conversation. He just got brought up.
He really did.
But
I don't make no sense.
I think that Kaepernick may get a tryout if Jay-Z owns the team. He might get at least that tryout.
He would get put on somehow, bro.
But
that's what I'm saying. I don't
get put on like that. Would you want to get put on like that?
I would want to get put on.
That's more. You would say yes?
Yes, bro. To make a statement,
you gotta think about it, bro.
As a player, would you want to be on a team like that just because you know that?
That makes a big statement if somebody who helped you out from the jump takes majority ownership in a team and puts you on and you play for that team. You know what that says to niggas?
Think about it.
I know exactly what you're saying though.
Right now, bro.
He's straight right now, but like, I mean,
you saying you wouldn't want no niggas to be like. You don't want him to give him that. Yeah.
Gifted like a spot on the team. He should be like.
This is what I'm saying. This is what I think would be the best scenario in that. For Jay-Z, if Jay became part owner of a team or a majority owner,
I know you lying.
Shut the fuck up, nigga.
For him to just state, y'all niggas got to give him a chance and let the people who know football make a football strictly decision.
Wait, who would Jay-Z tell that to though?
I mean, because when you own a team, you just own the team. That don't mean only dumbasses like Jerry Jones try to run the whole operation. Jerry Jones thinks he's a fucking GM. He hires yes men. That's what he does. That's why Jason Garrett is still there. Right? So, but when you are owner of a team, you're the owner. But then you got the GM, you got the president of football operations, and you got the coaching staff. The GMs and president of football operations, they pick the players. The owner signs the checks. So, I mean, an owner can come and override it like Woody Johnson did a couple years ago, where he came down, I think, in was it what's my man's name? Number 7, Geno Smith. Was it Geno Smith that he kind of forced into the lineup? Woody Johnson for the Jets. But for the most part, owners, except Jerry fucking Jones, stay out of the football operations. Because Jerry Jones is a fucking idiot. That's why the Cowboys stink. I mean, let's just be for real. Jerry Jones ran the most relevant coach that y'all had in my lifetime out of town because he wanted to have all the control. He ran 3 Super Bowls out of town. But anyway, I think the best scenario for Colin Kaepernick would be Jay-Z to just to make this stipulation. You have to give him a tryout. And if he's good enough to make the team, then put him on the team. But we ain't scared of whatever backlash. You know what I mean? Yeah, but that's all I got to say about that Jay-Z NFL situation. He does what he does. He gets paid. He makes deals, my nigga. But, excuse me, it really ain't his responsibility to think about Colin Kaepernick, but I get where people are coming from. That players that really are on the inside of it, and they know more about the situation than we do. Like Eric Reed and Kenny Stills, and also Jermaine Dupri. I mean, you don't have to really explain yourself. Who gives a fuck what people think? But my nigga, you could have had that money. You should have made your own decision instead of fucking talking to Jay-Z about it. I mean,
Yeah.
Nigga, you got millions too. You just ain't got billions yet. But maybe this deal could have made you billions. Anyway, let's get to the independents and let's wrap this motherfucker up.
Yep. All right. So. Okay. We got
Beat Pill
sounds.
is on.
We got sounds.
When we got the bootleg set up, shit is not jacked into the computer.
Nope.
Nigga, this shit is some fucking third-party shit.
Hey,
Shit up.
take 567. Shut the fuck up! Breezy the Spill Kid Yell, featuring It's Only Bryce. Yo, this shit did it again, yo!
Every time they get you to work, y'all start talking.
No, it ain't deal.
Oh, all right. I'm not stopping it.
It won't even deal. It's the computer.
Yeah, ain't no talking little hoe, I like the yell. Rich shines too, brother, show and tell. I get the bag, now that's a dub, I take no
We got some vibes in the room.
Steady chirping. Next
Headlock, hit your bitch with red dots. Get your fucking head pop. Bustin' water feds, watch. Hit with a flow like loco. Big face, red hot cocoa. Get the fuck out my dojo. Bitch can't rap you so. Yeah, bitch.
get on bed, don't worry about me. Hold this on my line, tryna fuck for the
I told y'all that nigga Reese was real.
Don't try to get on my feet. Bitch, I'm on my
He's one of the independent artists. Reezy the Spill.
My boy Reezy the Spill Kid did it again with Yell.
Hey, what's he on though?
What's he on? SoundCloud?
SoundCloud.
SoundCloud, Twitter.
I will definitely shoot you out the link. This shit is a party song. When you
That
this
shit
is
might
what
be
you
on
want to.
Apple.
It might be on Apple, but this is what you want to hear when you in the party. Cause I just yelled when this shit came on, and it won't even. Don't get me wrong. It won't. They fault while I was yelling. The computer was fucking up. So
Yeah, we
just gonna play it in the
let go in the background.
but
But we got live guests today. We're not in here alone, and they requested that we run this shit from the top. It was hitting so hard, so start that bitch over. Crank that motherfucker, man.
Yeah, ain't no talking little hoe, I like the yell. Rich shines too, brother, show and tell. I get the bag, now that's a dub, I take no L's. Phone steady chirping. Next
Headlock, hit your bitch with red dots. Get your fucking head pop. Bustin' water feds, watch. Hit with a flow like loco. Big face, red hot cocoa. Get the fuck out my dojo. Bitch can't rap you so. Yeah, bitch.
get on bed, don't worry about me. Hold
That's
this on my
Reezy
line,
right there.
tryna fuck for the cloudy. Bitch, I press a climb, don't try to get on my feet. Bitch, I'm on my grind.
We
catch a
ain't
fight
even
out
talking.
like
We just let that shit go.
It's just on my mind. Next, bitch, I count up every day. Every day I just run up 50 wanna come
Nigga, that's one of them joints that turn it down some. You gotta speak on. That's one of them joints, nigga. It's automatic vibes.
Automatic.
Nigga, automatic vibes. As soon as you hear that motherfucking sample of that yelling chick in the background, them niggas come on with the. This is the perfect way to let a fucking song build, nigga. You hear right now? It's just the kick and the snare and the sample. Hold on. Then that motherfucking bass line right there come in, nigga. What?
I would love to hear this song in a concert. Like, I would love to hear this shit at a concert. I imagine the crowd being stupid turned when this shit come on. Stupid turned.
Nigga, I almost want to go back just and play the fucking panoramic joint just as respect to this motherfucking nigga, man. Click on this page.
Click on the page.
Just play the original panoramic. It's only 1 minute and 37 seconds.
Yeah, let's get that.
Turn it up.
Let's get that.
This is his other track we reviewed 2 weeks
other
ago.
joint.
We gonna just listen to this shit because this is what we doing right now.
I'm a rubber band, Papa Young certified nigga. I can't swerve up in a coupe. Back fill up with gorillas, nigga know fucking well. Wood grain with vanilla, I just hop up in this shit. Bounce out just like Kanye Tigger. I can see it in your eyes, boy, you really not a killer. Rap Braxton just got richer, pour it up, I need a filler. I'm a real nigga, bitch, turn off that Braxton Tiller.
That's my favorite part.
Getting money like a stripper, case closed, little bitch.
I mean, let's get back to Yale. Let's get back to Yale, man.
Yeah.
I think that we got a fucking hit maker on our hands.
We do.
Number one. Number two, I think that we got a new addition to the motherfucking recovery room family. Line up, nigga. Joining our fucking regulars. Like As Us. Like King Lugo.
Yep.
Like motherfucking Ned Log.
Yep.
Nigga, who else? Rip Tony busted up into there. Like, we done Rip Tony broke into there. Who else we got? My motherfucking nigga Nico Porter.
Nico.
They ain't even heard him yet. We're about to let them hear him after the show.
Yeah, I gotta play that Nico Porter.
That nigga sound strong.
Nico Porter. That Nico Porter, that nigga.
Nigga, if J Liv ever come out with some more music,
Yeah.
I know he focusing on his career and shit.
He focusing on real life, but we need that heat.
He took off, but Reezy the Spill Kid straight from Texas, my nigga, doing this fucking. I mean, it sound derogatory when you say it. I just call it bop rap because that's what happens when you hear it.
Yeah, you
start bopping.
Yeah.
Right? Doing this shit better than that nigga that niggas is yelling free him. That's all I'm gonna say that. The 55-year man.
Exactly.
This right here is real shit. That Yale shit, nigga, as soon as I heard it, I knew that shit was certified. Nigga, I sent it straight to you. What was your first reaction?
This shit fire. I was playing Madden. I was mad as hell, too. And that shit got me more pumped, nigga. I was ready to yell in a nigga face. Like, yell. I don't like to talk, I like to yell.
And the boy, it's only Bryce?
Yeah.
Nigga, if you go back to that second verse, because the way they did it is that they flip-flopped. So on the first verse, Bryce had the first half, and then Reezy took over when the bass line kicked in. And on the second verse, it was the other way around. That it's only Bryce. He came in with that motherfucking old school 3-6 Mafia flow, bro. You can run it back if you want to. If you really want to. You really want to and just listen to it and let's absorb that shit.
You said the second verse?
Second verse.
That's
the first verse still. No, that's the second verse.
Yeah. That's exactly what I do. I be dripping so steady. Pull up with whip stick. Bitch gon' get your wig split. Bitch, I know lipstick.
Watch this shit. Watch this shit. That motherfucking boy is white. The one who was just rapping is white. They from Texas, both of them. I don't know.
Hold on, bro. Hold on. Give me that again. 3-6 is in spirit right now.
I be dripping so steady. Pull up with whip stick. Bitch gon' get your wig split. But bitch, I know lipstick. Better quit with that slick shit.
pop, you really don't wanna miss this. I'm at the top, I can't fuck with a bop. My bro said that you giving them limp. Yeah, bitch, I see through you just like you was a fan of fuck a pussy boy, I really cannot stand on I make water wet because my diamonds dancing don't you talk to me, bitch, you don't got no manners
Yo.
That verse you just heard, that was this guy right here.
This right here. It's only Bryce, yo. Nigga, send your damn. I need every link you got in the DM.
Speaking of that boy, it's only Bryce. He was just out here making tracks, just standing in front of his fucking phone, filming them with the front facing camera.
Mm-hmm.
Filming them with the front facing camera, with the beat just playing in the fucking background, bruh. Making tracks that way.
Bruh. Nigga, talent like this shouldn't go unnoticed.
Well, it didn't go unnoticed.
It didn't.
We out here, man. That's Reezy the Spill Kid featuring It's Only Bryce. That motherfucking Yale, man. I don't even know which one I like better, Yale or Panoramic.
I like them both.
But I'm a real nigga, bitch. Turn off that Bryson Tiller, nigga. That's one of my lines of the year, nigga. That shit was fucking.
That's one of my lines of the year, nigga.
Bro. So going into this next one.
Bro, this is familiar again. I know if you get tired of this, I don't care. Do you care?
I don't care.
I don't care, man. Now this song is not rapped on by one of the As Us crew, but it's produced by Cidy Pyramids.
Yep.
This is King Uno, bro. I think King Uno is from Fayetteville also.
Mm-hmm.
What the fuck? What the fuck? What the fuck is happening in Fayetteville that's making all of these talented niggas emerge from over there?
Something's in the water.
Mm-hmm. Let's see what we got.
Yeah.
You already know that shit.
You know. Yeah. Look, I be reclined, I decline if ain't no mind know what's behind me. I maneuver like the Heimlich with my dime right beside me. Got my weed and my lighter, now let's light up. We enlightened between my girl and my Mary Jane. My senses always heightened. And if heights, I'm hella frightened, but these heights are so exciting. From these heights, my third eye widen. You'd be surprised at the sinus. Mix my bliss with my vices as I'm searching for some guidance.
Turn it down. This is that type of rap that you gotta sit back and absorb what's being said.
Yeah.
You gotta absorb it. Niggas educating y'all motherfuckers.
Even if you ain't listening to the lyrics, just a vibe off gate.
That's
that beat, the melody in the background, you just vibing like.
And the way he come across it, because he come across the beat in a manner that makes you relaxed and shit. Mm-hmm. You know what I'm saying? He don't come on some offset aggressive shit against this mellow type beat. The flow is just smooth enough for you to feel the vibe of the song, but it's just active enough for you to be able to listen to what he's saying. I maneuver like the Heimlich with my dime right beside me. Mm-hmm. Nigga, what? Let's think about that for a minute. We ain't gotta say nothing about it. We can just think about it.
Yeah, we need. Hold on.
You ain't behind.
Hold on.
As long as you working, just work at your own.
He just inserted himself into that who was it? Ned Long, Cidy Pyramids, Sunrise Police.
Yep.
He inserted himself into that group with that motivation.
Mm-hmm.
That's about to make me go. I'm about to go drop my album tonight. I don't even care. I'm dropping my album tonight.
He said you ain't behind right now, if you working. Just work at your own pace. That's the truth. You know what I'm saying?
I'm working at my own pace. The album coming out real soon. Right now. Today marks the start of everything.
Bruh.
Y'all heard it here first.
It's one of them. You gotta love those artists who can come through and just say something that really speaks to the listener and shit. They ain't really just trying to come out, talk a bunch of bullshit, you know, have so much fun, if you know what I'm talking about. Mm-hmm. And they can have so much fun. So much fun. even though it sound like the fucking other 10 bullshit mixtapes and albums that you put out. Nigga, you ain't involved at all. This is the artist that came out, King Uno, came out to really try to speak to who's listening, like, and bringing the skills, my nigga. So, so much fun. That's Young Thug's new album. I was slyly shitting on it. You know what I'm talking about? Because that shit was it was passable. That's what I did. I passed over it. And anyway.
Hold on. You said what, bro?
Yeah, we passed over it. Fuck that. We ain't talking about that. Next, we about to get into one of the most firest producers. Yo, shut up. We ain't talking about no fucking Young Thug. That album was fucking trash.
Yo, calm down.
Yo, fuck that. The album was trash. Nigga, he should have came fucking better.
That's cap.
He should have came. He too busy worried about if fucking Lil Wayne likes him.
I ain't gonna hold you, bro.
No, fuck that. I don't want to hear none of it. I don't want to hear none of it. None of it. The shit trash, nigga.
To me, his album was just more of the same.
It won't, bro.
I listen to that shit.
Man,
I listen to every
motherfucking Young Thug is a niche ass motherfucking
let me go
rapper,
on a tangent. Young Thug and Chance the Rapper 2, for whatever reason, are one of those artists that even if I didn't like what they put out last, I always give the new shit a chance to see if this will be the one.
That was the one right here.
I gotta disagree.
Okay.
It had some fucking catchy shit on it, like that. What's the one with Future on it?
No, that was ass. You like that one?
It wasn't a good song. It was just a catchy melody.
That was trash. That one right there.
That shit was catchy, and that was the epitome of why I think people like Future, because it was something that was easy to pick up on.
This shit is boring me that y'all talking about Young Thug.
Bad,
we got real rappers out here.
Listen to What's the Move? I'm telling you.
I'm not going to.
I'll play it for you. Go ahead. Finish podcast. We'll get to it. I got you.
Okay. We got one of the best producers I ever seen. We gonna talk about a few of his beats.
We done talked about him before. It's been a while. Right? It's been a while. But we talked about him before we were even playing snippets.
Mm-hmm.
But we're gonna play something else.
Snippets now. Yeah. So
the Lex Factor, Alex J. Pfeiffer out here, man. You ready?
I sit in my chair.
Well, I'm anxious to see where this goes. I haven't heard this.
There's no one could be so sad.
Where you going, Alex? Let's figure out a destination together in this motherfucker. Oh, there it is. Man, what J. Cole at? For real. This is...
some of that mellow shit too. This is some of that. Who would go good on this?
J. Cole. He can rap about being in love.
He could.
And Meek Mill is one of those artists who can rip any type of these type of beats.
Ooh, Tory Lanez. I'll put Tory Lanez on this one.
But when Tory Lanez be rapping, but
this is more of a storytelling song.
Yeah, like when Tory Lanez be rapping, he be killing shit. But when he be on that,
he be telling a story, bro. Like, do you listen to his last shit?
No, I'm talking about like just in general. Like when he on his rap shit, he be A1. When he on that R&B shit, get it out of here.
Yeah, I'm not talking about the R&B shit. I'm talking about like when he like storytelling, nigga.
Yeah,
like,
I feel like a nigga like that who was about to tell a real story or something could go across that shit and just weave a narrative. That shit sound dusty and smoky right there. That shit sounds cinematic.
So we gonna do about 3 or 4 more.
Bro, where's that first one that we heard, bro?
What about this one?
Don't say that good time.
I'm in this.
This nigga crazy, son. Listen to them chunky ass drums, bro. That's some nice wonder sound and shit right there, bro.
This is real life. This is art.
Run it back. Oh, we got live requests. I'm gonna find that one.
X Factor.
I think J. Cole too. I think I can put J. Cole.
Oh, turn it down.
Logic, I think he could. Honestly, I think Logic could probably spit something over here.
Jay-Z could rip this shit too.
Jay-Z could rip it.
Nas.
Yep.
Jay-Z or Nas.
You know, hold on. Do you know who would really rip this shit? If we really being honest, Raekwon.
This shit right here, bro.
Raekwon. I can hear him.
Raekwon is the guy who invented the term broccoli for weed. Remember you was asking me when we was at your crib and I told you, I told you Kodak didn't come up with broccoli for weed? Raekwon is the guy who came up with that. He the one who started calling weed broccoli.
I can hear Raekwon right now spitting a verse about his love life for the streets. With this joint right here, like he rapping about.
That nigga Raekwon the type of nigga that instead of saying cooking coke, that nigga said he was barbecuing blow.
Like that one right there. So
that nigga said barbecue blow on that Kanye shit.
What about this one right here though? What about this one?
That's hard. He switched it up.
Barbecue and blow in the back of the crib, sitting, counting, smoking a spliff. It's just a gift. All my niggas watches is rough. Like,
can we hear Raekwon?
Yeah, we need to hear.
Hold on.
Let's repeat. Hold on. Pause this. Pause the podcast. We coming right back with more Lex Factor.
All right, we back, and we got one more beat by the Lex Factor.
Alex J. Pfeiffer.
Let's go.
Bro, I like that already. That fucking distortion he put on it. Right there. You hear that shit? Yeah.
The Lex Factor.
Them Dollar Tree batteries, you gonna use them shits up in one half of football. I be buying them shits all the time, bro. I get them sunbeam shit out. You gotta buy them in bulk. Buy 40 of them at a time. And you spend $2.50 on 40 of them. This sounds like some shit we need to, like conjure up the spirit of Tupac for.
Yeah.
It sounds just like something off Me Against the World, bro. Right, with that distortion right there, let it come back across again where he kind of pitch shifted. You picked up on that?
Yeah.
Yeah. Right there.
That little thing on the keyboard.
That shit, I love them type of attention to details, bro. Should we just let this shit rock out and let it be the outro?
This the outro.
Let's go. Show's over, man.